He also said he got caught in Canada. And he also said that he snitched on him. I'm gonna type the words, so you better pay attention. I'm gonna type what he said, because on the next interview, watch this. We're gonna take it back to the VLAD TV when he first did the first interview ever talking about it. All right, this is the first interview ever. We're going back in time, so that was the most recent one, 4 weeks ago.
But you know, Jin was hanging out with like, you know, I wouldn't say they were rival. I mean, they were rival gang members. You know what I'm saying? Because I was part of a gang called Ghost Shadows, and they was part of another set, which, you know, we were. It wasn't like it was war, but it was like, you know, it was always like, you know, uneasy. You know what I'm saying? So when I had came home, because I had came home from a 3-year bid before that, you know what I mean? So I had came home, and then when I came home, one of them dudes, they was starting to get into the rap shit too. You know what I'm saying? Another Asian dude, another Chinese dude, he was starting to get into the rap and shit. And one of the gang members was like, you know, they owned the club, and you know, they was like, you know, they was sponsoring him, like he was whatever. So Jin was hanging out with them. So on that particular night that the shit happened, I was strapped, and I had just came from another situation where, you know, I had took my head somewhere else. So, you know, when I went into the bar, my head was already gone, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't, so when I got there, I took a couple drinks. I had a couple drinks in my system, and Jin was there. So I wasn't really paying no mind to Jin, you know what I'm saying? But my man had came up to me and was like, yo, you know, Jin had, was like, you know, had like disrespected one of my homies that was locked up, you know what I'm saying? Was like, yo, disrespected one of him by, like, you know, doing something to his girl or something to that effect. In reality, like, normally I wouldn't have even paid that really no mind. I would have told them to handle it, but because I was like, my mom was already gone, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, all right, whatever, like, you know, what's up? So they went over there. Jin had walked to the bathroom, so the spot, it was called Yellow, you know what I'm saying? The spot was a narrow spot in Chinatown. And son, Jin had walked into the bathroom, like, there was like you know, not before you walk into the bathroom, there's like a little area. So he walked in through the doors or whatever, and my man had went behind him. So me and my man, and like, you know, another one, there was like 3 of us, we went into that little veranda and pressed Jin, you know what I'm saying? So Jin is immediately like, he just like, you know, he jumped up and was like, yo, like, you know, and then my man was trying to wrestle with him and put him into the bathroom.
You heard what he said. On this one, he says it's about his boy told him that he was talking shit about his girl. I mean, to his homeboy that was locked up in jail, to his girl, messing with his girl or something. Which, why? Over a girl, over your homeboy that's already locked up, and now you risking your freedom for that? You talking about your mom was already gone, and it was nothing about trying to look like he was clout chasing? So that was the reason why you went after him? I thought Jin was hanging out with your rival gang. So why didn't you go out after for your rival gang, and instead you went out for Jin? Although the homeboy, LS, hopped in to protect him, you shot him instead. But you was going after Jin's chain. But you was mad at first that he was hanging out with your rival. So why was he the main target? And then it was over a girl. So you're trying to protect your homeboy's girl. Are they married? Do they got kids together? Where's he at? Did he get out of jail? Why ain't you talking about him? Because you risked 10 years in prison, and then you got famous for that. Now let's get to the next video. Yeah, we going in right now, man. China Mac, I'm sorry. You do some good things, but I'm trying to show the world what you said, and it's full of discrepancies.
Oh, just to kind of point things out, you did not actually shoot him.
Right.
You shot one of his friends.
Right. And that
the guy that you shot.
Yeah.
Have you ever talked to him?
I've never talked to him.
Okay.
I've never talked to him.
Would you?
I don't know.
It's a tough
But
one.
right now is no.
Right now is no.
Right now is no. But it doesn't mean that won't change. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I'm not ready for that.
Okay.
Because it's a different circumstance.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? Me and him is a different circumstance. Like, he told on me. And
Okay, so he actually well, once again, you pleaded out. So technically,
but he took the stand though.
how do you take the stand when
He
there's no
asked
trial?
he asked to give me more time.
Oh,
So once I took the plea, he went up there and asked for me to get more. But that's not the reason why I win. You know what I'm saying? The reason why,
did you get more time because of what he said?
no.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. The judge actually gave me a really good play. You know what I mean?
And just to ask, how badly was he hurt in that shooting?
He was paralyzed for a little bit. I don't think he's not no more, but he was in a wheelchair for like maybe 2-3 years, something like that, and he kind of exercised.
Pretty serious.
Yeah, it's
pretty serious to be in a wheelchair for 2 or 3 years, wondering every day whether you're going to be in that wheelchair for the rest of your life.
Right.
I can imagine the level of hatred I would have for you if you did that to me.
Right. So
and I would want to hurt you in any way that I could.
Right.
And
so
since
like
I can't go and
with
shoot
that
you,
type of shit,
I might, you know what I mean?
Exactly. With that type of shit, it's different. You know what I'm saying? That's different. When there's blood being shed between somebody, I don't know if I could trust you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I could trust this situation. Whether if I'm ready for it, but I don't know if you're you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck is going on. Right. And at the same time, it's he also told on me. But it's different from him because he was in a gang. He's a gangster, you know what I'm saying? So you did all that, you know what I mean? I don't feel like, that right now. But at the same time, it's you never know. You know what I'm saying?
You never know.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel the same way that I feel about him I did 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago, or even 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Right now, cause I did apologize to him on camera. You know what I'm saying? About me, his family, about me making that decision, and when I did the interview with Jin, I did apologize to him. You know what I'm saying? And his family and all that, because it was a decision that I made that really fucked up a whole bunch of shit.
So he said he wouldn't talk to him. No, he wouldn't talk to him. But then at the end towards the end of this clip right here, he says he actually apologized to him online through the internet. He apologized to Jen and him. But then he said he would never talk to him. What kind of is that? We're going to go back to the first video I showed you, all right? We're going to go back to that video. Let's see what he says again, the most recent.
So, I tested it. You know what I mean? I robbed him for his chain. I went for his chain and shit. And, somebody came up and I had to clap him. So I shot somebody in the club, cameras all over the place.
Cameras all over the place.
You know what I mean? My face was in the newspaper
His
the next
face was
day.
on the newspaper
You know
already.
what I'm saying? Or magazines and shit. The next couple months, I was wanted for about a year. I came out here to Los Angeles. I was hiding somewhere in motherfucking K-Town somewhere. And I got caught going into Canada. I got knocked on the border.
Canada.
Yeah.
On the
You know what I
border.
mean?
Going back to the Jen situation real quick though, but did y'all have beef before this situation, or this was just hey, I seen the dude?
I ain't know him.
Okay.
I had beef with the people he was with.
He had beef
I ain't
with
really
the
had
people
beef
he
with
was
him, but we had tension. It was you know that type of it's not on site
happened
smoke.
to the girl?
But it's man, fuck them. Yeah, fuck them.
Rapping
Like
to your
that
boy
type
in
of shit.
prison.
You know what I'm saying? And at any moment, it could be smoke. So I walked in the club, and I had went through a situation before that. My mom was already fucked up. I walked in the club, and I see this Jin dude. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him. You know what I mean? Me and him is cool now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to say the Jin dude, like, you know, I don't respect him because, you know, we cool. You know what I'm saying? I grew from that, and we forgave each other. You know what I'm saying? Well, he forgave me, and I forgave him for telling on me, whatever.
You forgave him for telling on him.
I walked in the spot and I seen him with these dudes. I'm like, fuck.
But the
you,
other
like,
video I just
he think
showed
these
you,
dudes is gonna like.
He
think these dudes
So
is
both
helping
of them
him. Like he's
snitched
supposed
on
to pull up on us. Like you know what I'm saying?
When they already had
So I was
pictures
like,
of
all
him.
right, let me show him who really got the streets. You know what I'm saying? So
His
you
face
know,
was all over the
it was
camera
just me and
already.
3 other people, and they had a whole
How did he
club. It was
snitch on
their
him?
club.
He put himself out
whole
there.
club, and I was like, all right, boom. You know what I'm saying? So you know, and like.
All right, man. You see that? How did they snitch on him when he said himself that he was already on the cameras all over the newspaper? Everybody seen him. Everyone was snitching. He put himself out there in the public inside a club that had cameras and did what he did.
I was aiming for his head. I was trying to shoot him in the head, you know what I'm saying? But when I lifted up, my finger just like kind of brushed it and it rang off, bam. You know what I'm saying? And it hit son in the back. So when it hit him in the back, you know, Jim was already gone. He ran into the kitchen. He wasn't even nowhere near for that scene right there. And then after that, you know, son hit the floor, and then like, you know, I asked everybody, like, it was a whole club. It was like probably like 75 people there, you know what I'm saying? And everybody saw my face, you know what I'm saying? And then I just walked out that bitch.
So the guy that you shot, this was like a friend of Jin's?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they were friends. You know what I'm saying? I guess they was acquaintances. They was trying to, like, you know, ride off of Jin coattail because he was popping at that time. So they was trying to use his fame to get into that, you know, push the Chinese gangster movement, I guess, like, you know, that type of shit.
The guy gets hit, you walk out of the club, and how soon after that do you get arrested?
I got arrested a year later. I was on the run for a year. They knocked me in Seattle, Washington.
Seattle, Washington.
How did you survive for that year being on the run?
They knocked him in Seattle, Washington all of a sudden. That was the first video he said that. So what y'all think about Chinamac? What y'all think? Was it consistent or inconsistent? Is he speaking the truth or was he lying to y'all? Were y'all paying attention? Was y'all listening or was y'all just watching? SCREWVO, man. I'm a truth speaker. I'm not here to play no games. I'm here to tell you the truth. I got no hate for nobody. But I'm right is right, wrong is wrong. A lie is a lie, and a truth speaker is a truth speaker. That's what I do. So I hope you understand, man, because I feel for LS. When LS took me home, he was cool with me. We were supposed to be connected, doing some music. I knew the girl that was working at Yellow. That's how I bumped into Jen, because I hollered at her at McDonald's, found out she went to junior high school with me at IS 131. She was tall, Asian girl, very pretty, black hair. And she was like, hey, Jen's at my job right now, which was Club Yellow. So that's when she took me to Club Yellow. I was rolling with 3 chicks. Seen Jen hanging out right outside. I just hollered at him. I was like, yo, what's up? Because I kicked it with him in Houston when he came to perform. And I was like, yo, we was reminiscing about the Vacation Bible School, talking about, hey, you want to go up there on Sundays, reunite? He was like, nah, we ain't trying to go there. So think about it. You know what's crazy? What's the coincidence? That incident with those 2 dudes coming at the red light was on the same street as the church school. What a coincidence. Out of all the streets, they hop out on the street where the church school where we was at. Ain't that crazy, bro? So many coincidences. Like, I can't even tell you all at once, but I want to do this video specifically just to expose everything that he said. And there's a lot of things he said that was lies, but this video is specifically about the incident because he told the world that he never bumped into Jim before that. But I know for a fact, Chinamac don't even realize that I know, because I put the puzzles together. It took me 20 years to figure that out. It's 10 years passed by, and then I see him on Villa. I'm like, oh, that's the guy that did that. Then he dropped a song, 100 bars, when he was in Harlem. And the first verse, because I always wondered who those dudes were. When they were dressed in black with a face mask, a ski mask on. So I couldn't see who it was. I had no idea for 10 years. But then when I saw him come out, and then I saw one of his songs, and he said, they're wondering who the guy in the mask is. I was like, oh shit, you just answered me. And then I put 1 and 2 together, and I was like, man, that's gotta be him. That's gotta be him. I'm smart like that, wisely. As you can tell, I'm the only one that figured this out. I'm the only Asian rapper trying to blow up, trying to do what I can to get heard, that can speak upon that, because I was there. Anyways, man, I hope y'all like the story and respect it, because it's the truth finally getting exposed. So leave your comments down below and tell me what you think about Chinamac and this whole video that I made about his discrepancies, his inconsistencies with his experience with the Jin and his homeboy altercation. All right, much love, y'all, man, for real. Y'all stay out of trouble. Don't make the same mistakes as he did, because for real, I felt like it was jealousy, and so did all the people at the club that saw him do that, was out of jealousy. And if y'all know LS, leave a comment below and tell me how I can get in contact with him, because I would love to have a little talk with him on the live, so I can talk to him about what really happened through his point of view. So I ain't seen him or heard from him for many, many, many years. After MySpace was over, I lost in contact with him. So y'all, please, show some respect, show some love. This is no hate. This is just to tell y'all the truth. One love. Peace.